Kelly Clement here from Metastock. In this video, we are going to be talking about lists inside of the Power Console. Lists are built into Metastock. We have quite a number of different lists that you can use already predefined inside of Metastock. So we're going to talk about how to use those lists as well as creating your own lists. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Inside Metastock, as you've seen, we do have these built-in lists that you can go through. They're broken out by the different equity regions, futures, indices, index constituents, whatever it is that you want to use. So we're actually going to start with index constituents here as an example. If I expand this by clicking on the arrow, we have quite a number of different lists built in here under index constituents in different markets. Let's just go down here to the S&P 100. Now, lists are great inside of Metastock because they allow you to quickly go through a set of symbols very quickly without having to go back to the Power Console or remember what's in a list. So if I just choose the first one in this list, or I could choose any of them in the list, it doesn't really matter. I'll select one here. Now, I could select all of them and open all of them, but having 100 charts open at a time is kind of hard to navigate. Most people like to look at 1, 2, or 3, 4, maybe 5 charts at a time. So you can select a few charts or one chart. We're just going to choose one chart here. Go ahead and choose Open. And then I'm presented with my default template that we've talked about. Now, when we open from a list, down here, you will notice that we now have these next instrument, previous instrument options. So now what I can do is instead of going back and opening each one individually, I can just go through and select that next arrow, and it will take me to the next security in my list. So that way I'm not having to go back and forth, and this makes it very easy for navigation to quickly go through any number of charts that you want. So that's a way to open up a list. But what if you want your own list to work with? Well, it's actually really easy. Let's start with adding this chart right here to a watch list. So what I can do is just right click and go to Add to Custom List. And what this will do is it'll bring up a little dialog, and what we can do is create new. So we'll just put this as demo for my list. I'll hit create, and that's created a new list. All I have to do is click OK, and now that is added to a list. So if I go to the next one now, and I want to add that one, again, I can click Add to Custom List, just click on that demo list again, or create a new list, and that is now set up. So very easy to just right-click Add to a list. Now, how do I get to that list? So let's go ahead and close all the charts that are open. We'll go ahead and just come back in here to the Power Console. And now you can see my demo list up here. I can just select all of them and open up those charts. And again, we can put them side by side, or we can tile them, cascade them, whatever you'd like to do with them. Or if you were going to cycle through them, you could again just choose one of them out of the list, open chart. And again, I only have 2 in my list right now, but if I cycle through, it'll just take me through everything in the list, and I can go backwards and forwards. So really easy way to navigate through a list and just look at a lot of charts in sequence. So that is a quick way for you to be able to set up lists and custom lists and work with lists. I hope you found this video instructional, and keep watching for more.